Hello Virgo, and welcome to Sincere Tarot. This where you get the raw honest truth. This is your mid-May tarot forecast. So your theme for mid-May is the Ace of Pentacles, abundance, manifestation, prosperity. There may be an opportunity that's come your way. It could be just something that you physically wanted for a long time, or just something that you've wanted to manifest. Boom, it's here. It could be a promotion, a raise, just like a bit of money, a contract that you want signed. Sometimes this can be the physical birth of a child, and not necessarily yours, but maybe you hear about it in your life. All right, let's see what else is going on for mid-May. Now I'm trying this new, I've shuffled the cards off camera. I just showed you that I cut though, okay? And I'm trying this new spread. Oh my gosh. It's called the Kashina knife. Let me know what you think of it, okay? Because I just want to try potentially focusing on a particular like situation or person, just to see. A lot of people are having a difficult month, okay? I'm sorry, this is going to be a bit difficult. There are so many major arcana cards. It is insane. I do see this somehow being like a new path physically in your life though, okay? So I'm going to explain with my one deck, then I'm going to pull some clarifying cards and then some advice cards, and definitely make sure you stick around until the end where you pick your own destiny cards, okay? So in the past, we've got, leading into this situation, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. This could be something to do with work, mentorship, teaching, like learning or teaching someone, but just something that's also been worked on for a long time. It could be something to do with finances, something or with security where you live, work, investments. And that's so something to do with physicality. Three things physically on this planet have led into something, but oh my gosh. So you are actually represented as the Tower. So this is a massive abrupt change has happened. It could be, this is like a lightning bolt. It could be like this massive boom awareness. Just this information has created this revelation. Like this is definitely a revelation card, because you can't not notice this. It is big. It is going to upheave your life. But this is the good thing about the Tower card. Now, when you're in the middle of it, it doesn't feel good at all, because literally everything in your life is turned upside down. And it's this massive revelation or awareness of something that you thought you knew the way that it was. So it could be a relationship, it could be a belief system, it could be a lot of things. And boom, this massive piece of awareness just like changes everything, and everything that you thought you had in order. Okay, this is like this and this is like this. Okay, everything's looking perfect, tidy, boom. No, it's all completely different. Everything's scattered. Insane. Okay. Does it have to do with something? I feel like you're gonna have to, it might have something to do with your living situation, only because I see pentacles leading into it, but for some of you it could like have to do with work. I mean, believe it or not, I'm gonna read the cards around it, but like this is going to create a new opportunity financially, or work, or where you live, or something like that. But it's not gonna be easy going through this. Now, this person or situation is represented by the Empress. So this could be this is the Queen of the deck, all right? So this could be a few things. I mean, sometimes she can represent an institution, because, I mean, they are an authority, and we have some pentacles leading into this. So it could be something to do with work, but it also could be some sort of authority or institution, something that has to do with money or finances or land or something like that. It could be a Taurus, for example, but I think that for you to get to where you want to be, which is security, comfort, in having everything in order, like to get from here, okay, to here, what's between that is temperance. So Temperance is all about balance, just finding your balance again. So you can get back to where you want to be very comfortable financially, to have that security, to not even be at a point where you're not even worrying about like the situation or this revelation at all. Just to feel things out, take in the new information, somehow incorporate it into your life, into your psyche, this awareness, this knowing, and just know that it is connected, like the divine and the physical reality, our physical world are connected, to take that into account, that maybe it's for a higher reason, but also to be patient. Like, don't expect for changes to get back to where you want to be. Don't expect for them to happen overnight. It's going to take time. It's going to take patience. You're going to have to try things out. There's no one way of doing things. The outcome is the Page of Cups. So the outcome from all of this is ultimately like you will get back to emotional balance, because this is going to be emotionally upsetting. The thing is, I feel like, oh my gosh, this is insane. Look at the outcome and the two cards that clarify it. I'm going to show you. Look. This is the outcome clarified by the Devil, which is on your side, and then where you want to be is clarified by the High Priest. This is literally like I know the High Priest isn't God, but it's a representative to many people. So this is like a battle of good and evil in a sense within you. And you're going to have to find that balance to get your emotional calm again, to get back to being okay, to being emotionally centered, not even necessarily extremely joyful. I really think that you're going to need to incorporate the good and the bad within you, because there's the saying, I think it's from like an indigenous tribe in North America, that everyone has a white wolf and a black wolf, and you want to feed the wolf that you want to have more power, right? So I feel like staying in instability and reeling from this awareness and revelation, like you could potentially go down a dark path, but you also can feed the white wolf. You can think like, how is this good from a higher perspective? How can I create order from this chaos? What opportunities can arise from this new slate? How can I be centered again? Like, we all have light, we all have dark, and it's not about getting rid of one and keeping the other. It's about incorporating both, finding balance. So you're really going to have to work on finding balance. I see that you'll be working on it. You've got Temperance, but I would focus more on feeding the white wolf. Let's get some more clarifying cards. Again, I shuffled these ones off camera, showing you I'm cutting. Holy. All right. Okay, so whatever led into this, right? Remember, this was in the past, the Eight of Pentacles. It's a relationship that has gone sour, or just something in the physical, like probably to do with work or finances, investment, etc. But it's something that has gone sour. So maybe there was, for example, someone maybe abusing their power a little bit, or maybe they weren't into, maybe you were paying someone for something, some sort of service or product, and they weren't, you thought that they were really wanting to help you, but they weren't. Or maybe the relationship used to be fruitful, but it's just not gone in a good way. There's a lot of disappointment. And yeah, just things have gone sour. Ugh. Now, you represented as the Tower. We've got the Knight of Swords. So I feel like it was it could be someone. It might have either been a person, or you got a message from a person that came in so fast, like boom. So it could be even if it wasn't directly because of a person, it was a person who sent a message that was It could have been a letter, it could have been an email, it could have been a phone call, but it had something to do with written words, and it was that, like, that just, whoa, made everything completely change. And it came in fast, like really fast. Now, I know you want to get back to being the Empress, right? And the Empress is clarified by the Six of Cups, pleasure. So, I mean, you're going to have to start doing things again that are really treating yourself. Like the Empress, I feel like knows is really good at self-love. And she's almost like, she's very maternal and almost can be like a mother to herself. This might be a mother figure. But I think you really need to focus on self-care. Literally, like, completely prioritize doing whatever makes you feel happy and joy and putting yourself first, okay? So self-love, self-care. Yeah, so the outcome with the Page of Cups is clarified by the Three of Swords, Sorrow. So, I mean, the thing is, look, you will get back to a place of calm. There's still going to be some stress. You wouldn't have been able to get to this place of calm contentedness if it hadn't been for the stress. But yeah, just know that with the Three of Swords, Swords is mental. It's up to you how much of this you carry into the future, okay? Your peace of mind is, in my opinion, first and foremost. So things that have been said in the past, things that have been written, betrayals, things like that. I think that you might, to a certain, you really need to let go. You really need to let go, even though that's easier said than done, to be able to get that serenity and to get that peace. All right, let's pull some advice cards and then we'll do the destiny cards right after. All right, so first advice card, again, we've got the Hierophant, which also known as the High Priest. And as an advice card, I feel like, well, this could be a Taurus influence. And like a Taurus, you might just kind of have to be a bit bullheaded and just kind of stand your ground and create that order amongst the chaos and look at things from a much higher perspective, see the bigger picture. You might also, because we've had, these spiritual cards come up, like you might want to add some sort of like ritual or structure in your life, some spiritual sort of structure in a sense. It could be anything from meditation, mantra. You might want to focus on spiritual practice at the moment to try and get yourself a bit more sorted and in order internally. Second advice card, we've got the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is known as the, B, starts with a B. Sorry, I told YouTube I wouldn't swear, so I have to say that. The B of the deck, if you know what I mean. And she kind of cuts through the BS and it has a bit of an emotional detachment. So I feel like this person, for most of you it'll be a person, who's created this upset has, you're gonna have to detach emotionally so you can think clearly with your head and just cut through the bullshit. Like, really. Like, don't give any more of your emotional energy to this person. Keep all that for yourself, for the self-love and the self-care. Third advice card, we've got the Strength card, possible Leo influence. But this is just to say that, you have the strength to get through this, just one step in front of the other. You are being intuitively guided and, you can do this. You have the strength, you have the courage, you've tamed your inner beast, so use it to your advantage. You can win this. Last advice card before we do the destiny cards, we've got the Five of Swords. So this can go either way when it comes to advice. It can either mean, one, this battle isn't worth fighting. You might want to lay down your sword and walk away because it might just be causing way more stress for a game that you're not going to win anyways. Or two, it could mean, you know what? people have been pushing you around and nipping away at you, and they've been unfair, and you need to actually stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself through words, through actions. You have the courage, you have the strength. So you need to decide what that means for you. All right, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. I definitely feel like you need some destiny cards. So you use your intuition. Go with the first number that kind of stuck out to you. Never second guess yourself. And please let me know about, what is this going on with you? Is it a particular person? Is it an institution or a group of people? Well, definitely have a lot to learn from this situation. What's this bit of information, that's come in very unexpectedly and kind of left you really unbalanced, where you have to get back into your balance? Like, what's this revelation? All right, 1, 2, or 3. If you picked one, let's see what we've got. Well, we got the Empress again. That's good. Look at this. If you picked one, on the surface, we've got the 4 of Swords. Beneath the surface, the Empress. And your advice is the Princess of Wands, okay? So the 4 of Swords, it seems like whatever this is that's happened, yes, it's been difficult, but you're resting, you're recuperating, you're regaining your strength. You definitely, I feel like with this deck, you have all of the information and awareness that you need and that you can use in the future potentially, but you're just kicking back and only hanging out with people that you really trust, letting people in to your inner world that you really trust. And overall, this is like healing. This is a healing card, taking that rest and recuperation, all right? And you're doing that because you really do care about yourself. We've got the Empress beneath the surface. You are going to be connecting, or you have been connecting with the self-love, your inner queen, treating yourself like you are a queen. That's amazing. And your advice is the Princess of Wands. So the Princess of Wands, as an advice card, is saying, when you've got a creative spark and an idea, act on it straight away. Don't even think, just do it. So this is about creativity, inspiration. When you've got that creative spark, just act on it. No procrastinating. This is not a thinking card. This is I'm gonna do this, and you do it straight away card, okay? And do that. It'll make you, and you'll know that it's from your soul or your spirit when it makes you feel joy and it makes you feel excited, okay? That's how you know. If you pick 2. Okay, well, I'll say that this is over, or it will be over, depending on how you look at this. Damn. All right, if you pick 2, on the surface, we have got the 5 of Swords. Beneath the surface, 5 of Discs, Worry, and your advice card is the World. Okay, so look, a good thing that I will say about this is they're both 5s. They're very transitional, so they change fast. And they're also minor arcana. Your advice card is a very positive major arcana, okay? So the end game is, you'll win in the end, right? But I feel like right now, either you or someone else's perspective is really closed, really shut down, and in kind of like a controlling manner, and just not budging. If this is someone else, it's someone that you really are stronger than them and they know it, which is why they feel they need to clamp down. This could be an institution or organization as well, something to do with work possibly. It could also be just like authority, because swords can represent like military, police, stuff like that. And then also, but it could be you stuck in just stuck mentally. This is the way it is, not budging, but it's not a good feeling. It's really actually quite stressful. Like needing to be in control in a sense. And you know what? When we have the Tower card and everything just goes haywire, I think it's normal to try for your ego to try and protect yourself by clamping down onto something that has structure, right? I think that can potentially help in the short term, but not in the long run, okay? That's just me. I think this happened because of massive instability. Like this could be the loss of a relationship that gave you security, the loss of a house, the loss of a contract, the loss of a job, the loss of a promotion. The loss of anything that gave you structure and stability, or maybe some sort of financial income. It could be like your stocks just boom, dropped to like half of what they were. And it's like, I don't know anything about stocks. I don't know if that made sense, but you know what I mean. Anyways, so that's not a good feeling. However, look at this advice card, world. This is going to come full circle. Like, you are actually completing this particular, like, it's like you're completing the chapter to move on to the next chapter, or you're completing the whole book, move on to the sequel. You know what I mean? So just know that, like, yeah, this is stressful. Yeah, it sucks, but most of it's in your head. Both of them are transitional. It's not going to last that long overall. You've got this major arcana card to look forward to. This is everything coming to completion. And please do remember, you know, we've got the Ace of Pentacles as your theme. There's a new start. And to have a new start, certain things need to be swept away. And endings can be painful. But I see, like, this is actually going to be really good in the future. You just won't probably believe me in the moment. But trust me, it will. Okay? Good. It's good. If you pick 3. Okay. If you picked 3, on the surface we've got the Queen of Swords, beneath the surface we've got the Princess of Cups, and your advice is the 7 of Cups. So I feel like, okay, this could be a few things. So 1, I feel like for most of you this is you, the Queen of Swords, but it could be someone else. But this is someone who, like I said, is what? Yeah, she can be the B, you know what I mean by that, of the deck, and she can be very emotionally detached. So it could be that, like, but beneath the surface we've got the Princess of Cups. So on the surface it may seem that they're emotionally detached, which they are in a sense with making their decisions, could be you or someone else. But essentially, like, connected with the intuitive nature beneath the surface, going with the flow. I would just be a bit wary of, okay, if this is a person, then they might not be what they seem, okay? They might seem like they have it all together, and in a sense that they do, but they might not be going in a healthy direction overall, because your advice card is the 7 of Cups. So, and like I said, this could be you, this could be someone else, but regardless, the 7 of Cups is saying that things are not as they seem, and you might be being offered false prizes, and you don't really know. There's like this cloud of confusion and not really knowing, oh, is it this, is it this, is it this? There's so much unknown, so much confusion, being a bit deceitful and misguiding or misguided. And so this is saying you need to look at things clearly. I feel like things are not being looked at clearly. You need to use a clear head in regards to this person. Yeah, you really do need to use a clear head, because right now your intuition might be a little bit confused, or your head and your intuition, some confusion about that. All right, if you would like a private reading, please send me an email or check out my website. That's all in the information down below. Please tell me what you thought of this new spread. If you like it, maybe I'll start using it a bit more, maybe just for my mid-month. Definitely make sure you're subscribed so you can watch my monthly and mid-monthly readings. And if you're still here, secret bonus card. Oh my gosh. So we've got bonus card 2 of Cups. So there might be some sort of, either this could be internal or external, but there is going to be someone that you have a karmic connection with, for better or for worse. It's definitely, you've had a past life together, and you needed to meet up. You decided to meet up in this life to learn whatever lesson that you needed to learn. So this is all part of the plan. So I feel like if this is due to someone else, I mean, I'm not saying they're good. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that you two were meant to meet up to learn from one another, for better or for worse. Have a good month.